Good morning. Welcome to Thought for the Day. Well, this time last week we were just about to leave to go to Wales for Elaine's dad's funeral. Lots of mixed emotions, and I thought I'd just report back on what happened because so many times I see people putting things up and then you're left sort of suspended wondering what did happen. Well, we got there, the family got there. There's about 22 people turned up, and it was televised, I think that's the right word, and beamed around the world. Uh, One of the complaints that we've had is that people couldn't actually get on to see it. So we've had to come to an arrangement with the people at the Krem, and what they're going to do is they are going to put this funeral up for 28 days. There's some technical problems at the moment. If I'm able, I don't know how it works, but if I'm able, I'll put the contact things up so you can actually look at the funeral. An amazing thing. It was more like an old-fashioned Pentecostal service rather than a dirgy funeral. Not that all funerals are dirgy by any means, but this certainly wasn't. Um, the tributes were quite phenomenal, and a lot of heart things were going on as well. Um, we were told that at a final act of remembrance, when he left the home that he had been living in for some years, the the staff at the home actually formed a guard of honour as he was taken by the funeral directors. And this has had quite a profound effect on the funeral directors because it turns out it doesn't happen very often in North Wales. I've heard of it happening in other parts of the country, but obviously it's not a common thing in North Wales. There was a lovely tribute to Peter from somebody from South Africa. And what was amazing about it, this person had said, "What an incredible daddy you have." And your mom and dad, because they worked as a team, totally changed our lives. It was a mighty honour to have known them. And it caused them to change their way of thinking and to embrace others and love and care for others in a different way. Now, that doesn't mean a lot to everybody, but just to put this into context, Peter lived in South Africa, took the family down, believed God had sent them there, sent him out preaching. He went to South Africa, took the family, the whole lot moved out, and he preached the gospel down in South Africa. He laid hands on the sick and saw mighty things happen. But the terrible thing he did, which totally rocked his life and his faith and everything, was he was deported with the family. They were kicked out of South Africa. And the reason was he preached and teached and also healed some black South Africans. It was okay to do it to the whites, but not to the blacks. And the fact he preached to the blacks was sufficient to get him thrown out of South Africa. So this was a terrific tribute because many, many years later, apartheid had then gone and he was invited back by some of these people whose lives had been totally affected. And these were the whites that had been affected as well as the blacks. And the last comment here is that he saw both of them, that's Peter and Barbara, sowed mightily. All of us here in South Africa were impacted by their love, kindness, generosity, dedication, and self-sacrifice. What a tribute, but what a story behind the tribute. This guy didn't understand that, or he may have understood, I don't really know, that to speak to his fellow man, irrespective of who or what they were, was not allowed. And so, because of that, he was kicked out of a country that he believed that God had actually taken him to, along with his family, and he was banned from going back. And it makes you think, that a lot of things go on in our lives, and sometimes we think, well, that's terrible, that's bad, I don't think I'll bounce back from that. And God picks us up, dusts us off, and puts us back on the road again. And it's just a privilege to have been at somebody's funeral, and to see the golden threads of God. And I know I keep going on about golden threads, the golden threads of God going through their life, but the impacts that it's had. And as I said, the main complaint, and you think, wow, complaints about funerals? Yeah, the main complaint was that not enough people could actually get on to see it. And so the what we've done is, as I said, we've asked for it to be extended for the 28 days, and they're in the process of doing that. There's some technical problems or whatever it is. So as soon as that's live, if you want to, and if I can get the link up, you'll be able to see that. Just wanted to share, what a fantastic time. We've had loads of things happen since then, and I'm going to save them up for another thought for the day, because, I think that'll be good for that. So have a fantastic day. Seriously, have a blessed day. Be excited, because God is still doing loads of things, even though we may not feel he is. There's lots of things going on, and he just loves us. He wants to wrap his arms around us and wants to give us all a cuddle. And the nice thing is, he can do that because he's totally outside of COVID, and it doesn't affect him, and him cuddling us doesn't affect us. Have a fantastic day. Stay blessed. Speak soon. Bye.